This breakthrough law, our bill that is presented by the ministry, it sets a new tone for the government to work as a whole. And that is also something that is very needed and is apparent from the rivalry you point out, because the government has to work as a one entity with the various ministries, transportation and energy and planning, all the ministries that impact climate change and are impacted by climate change must work together in order to build Israel's resilience going forward.
Now, there seems to be other room that they could make effort in terms of perhaps carbon taxation. I know that Israel is one of, I believe, just 3 OECD nations that doesn't have any form of carbon taxation out there. But this is reportedly due to a failure to reach an agreement with the finance ministry. How critical now is the finance aspect to all of these things being proposed?
Well, the finance aspect is critical. And of course, we believe that the financial interest of Israel is to move forward strongly on climate change and to actually work proactively to prepare the whole financial sector and to ensure stability of the financial sector with the changes along the road. However, it needs to be pointed out that in Israel specifically, but also when we look at experience from around the world, the issue of climate taxing, of pricing carbon, is actually one that needs to be dealt with in a very accurate manner, so that you won't create just a burden on lower income families, but will actually create an instrument that is useful and that can actually reduce the amount of GHGs that is emitted in Israel. So while carbon taxing is a very, very important part of climate policy in Israel, and we hope that going forward it will also be embedded in law, it needs to be in a way that ensures that the taxation actually serves its purpose and does not help, does not accentuate and does not make the gaps between lower income and higher income families even greater.